Namaskar. This is our continuation video on GFR 2017. We have so far seen rules up to 29. Rule number 29 continues now. Since I make smaller videos, it goes into multiple videos. Procedure for communication of sanctions is the heading. Some parts we already discussed, like how ministry's sanction looks like, it is letter form, and subordinate of his sanction is in order form, and concurrence related mentioning, etc. we have seen in the previous video. Now we will see all orders conveying sanctions to expenditure of a definite amount or up to a specific limit should express both in words and figures the amount of expenditure sanctioned. Normally, specific amount, sanction of the competent authority is hereby accorded to incur an expenditure of rupees. You have to put actual value. There may be possibility, you will say every month they will draw some money, you will issue sanction for whole year. So you will put a ceiling up to a total of 1 lakh or 2 lakh, whatever it is. So every month to month they can draw based using that same sanction. Again and again, you need not issue sanction. Once it is issued for a specific period, giving some specific limit, so amount can be drawn, in that conditions will be written and at what stage each payment will be drawn. So that way when you do that, any ceiling amount or actual amount, whatever it is, should be shown both in figure and in words also. Why? It is only there should be no scope for doubt. But this rule is created when the things were done in manually. So there will be doubt of whether it is 7 or 1. So in the words you can easily identify. But even now this continues, because now there is nothing which is written in the sanction under, it is only on all system generated, all those things. In my view, it is redundant. System generates the sanction, so the figure will do. But still, the rule says it should be with words also, we have to follow. But the spirit of the rule, when it was started, it is required. Because when the amount in figures is not clear, you can at least read the word, and word will be the final thing, normally. So now these are all okay. This still, even this rule is in 2017, and by the time even online payment has started, PFMS also has started, but still this rule remains. We should follow, that's all. Okay, sanctions accorded by a head of department may be communicated to the accounts officer by an authorized gazette officer in the name of the head of the department. See, head of the department approves the expenditure. It is not that only he has to sign and send the sanction. Whatever approval is made by the head of the department can be communicated by, normally the gazette officer is group A officer. In certain cases even section officers are also allowed, but normal government rule, any contract, etc., the minimum signing authority is under secretary and above. So sanction can be communicated by any gazette officer also. But he will say the undersigned is directed to convey the sanction of head of the department. He will convey, he is conveying, because the approval is already in the file. The authorized gazette officer just conveys the sanction by means of his letter or order form to the accounts officer, and with a copy to audit officer and the recipient also. This is one thing. That is why you won't see that sanction orders are not signed by the approving authority. Higher authorities need not directly sign the sanction. If they sign in the file as approval, that is sufficient. Okay. Noting a correspondence portion, we have already discussed, I think, so there is no need to go deep into that. All orders conveying sanctions to the grant of special allowance, personal pay. Nowadays, personal pay and all is removed. Any allowance should contain a brief summary why it is made, so that the accounts officer, before passing the bill, even if it is post audit, after passing the bill, he will be able to know that it is done correctly. So such personal based things have to be given in a detailed summary in the order itself. And then this is for Union Territory Administrator and orders issued by the Department of Union Territory Government where audit and accounts have not been separated shall be communicated direct to the audit authority, because it is same, not separated, but wherever it is separated, a copy will be endorsed separately. So accounts officer one copy and audit officer separate copy. But if it is not separated, it is together in single copy, you attach one copy, it will be taken care by them. That is it. This is only for Union Territory and other things. Copies of all general financial orders issued by the Department of the Central Government with the concurrence of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India shall be supplied to the CAG. See, you get a concurrence or whatever it is from them. Not only that, major decision, major financial implication, you have to send a copy to audit officer. Audit officer is part of CAG. And where you get concurrence from CAG, you have to mark a copy to CAG also for their record. Okay, these are all higher level, ministry level thing. And copies of all sanctions or orders other than the next whatever I am going to say type should be endorsed to the audit office. So what is not to be endorsed, we are going to smaller list. These list need not be marked to audit officer. All others by default we have to send a copy. Not only marking, we have to send a copy to the audit office. Okay. Copies of all sanctions or orders which are like grant of advance, provident fund advance, settlement, these to the government employees, central government employees. So any advances paid to the government, copy need not be marked to audit officer. Audit officer can see from the personal file or whatever it is, that is something different, but copy need not be marked. And appointment, promotion and transfer of government officials. There also it involves money. Transfer, public interest, you pay money, but there is no need to mark a copy to audit office. Creation or continuation or abolition of post creation, etc. That you will keep in file, audit will come and see, but copy need not be marked to them now. And sanctions for handing over of charge. Normally, senior officers charge handing over and taking over, that copy need not be marked. It will be in the file. And contingent expenditure incurred under the powers of head of office. That I already told. It need not be marked to. Even in that smaller amount, sanction order also is not required. He can countersign in the fully voucher contingent bills itself. In the FEC bill, fully voucher contingency bills, there is a format which is called countersign bill. Contingent bill, countersign contingent bill. Such bill will not have sanction order copy. The officer, competent authority will sign in the bill itself. He will countersign. So petty expenses need not be marked to. This I have already told in my previous video, I think. Sanctions accorded by competent authority to grants of land, alienation of land, that is you leave the land, land revenue. Such cases also how to be communicated in a monthly statement. Such cases. That will be a separate, in fact we have discussed about this in a separate rule earlier also. Same thing is repeated here. And June 1st we have to give some statement, in that this will also come, but every monthly statement also has to be given such cases. With this I think to rule number 29 ends. In the next video we will start from the rule number 30, which talks about loss to the government or defalcation, badmashi. Such cases, how to handle and all, we will see in the next video. Thank you.